Finally, the poverty and overcrowding in Whitechapel meant that witnesses were often reluctant to come forward. Some historians argue that the brutal nature of the murders, particularly the deep knowledge displayed of female anatomy, suggests a medical background for the killer. Could Jack the Ripper have been a doctor or a surgeon? Perhaps someone with anatomical knowledge who used his skills in the most sinister way imaginable. As the years passed, the pressure mounted on the police to catch Jack. Scotland Yard employed some of the brightest minds to work on the case, but to no avail. The manhunt became a race against time, but Jack seemed to be one step ahead. The legacy of Jack the Ripper lives on. In literature, film and art, his name has become synonymous with evil. But what if Jack the Ripper wasn't just a singular person? What if there were multiple killers who operated under the same moniker, striking fear into the hearts of Londoners? This may sound far-fetched, but some historians argue that the differences in the crime scenes and the brutality of the attacks suggest that more than one individual was responsible. In fact, one theory suggests that the murders were committed by a group of killers working together to create a reign of terror that would shock the nation. If true, this raises the question of why the group carried out such horrific acts and what their ultimate goal was. Could it be that the real Jack the Ripper isn't a man at all, but a woman? This may seem like a bold statement, but there are those who believe that a female killer, or perhaps a group of women, could have been responsible for the heinous crimes. At the time, women were largely confined to domestic roles, and any deviation from societal norms was met with severe criticism. Therefore, a female Jack the Ripper would have been a shocking development. But what if the restrictions placed upon women during the Victorian era drove them to extreme measures?